You're a boss. Tell me what you do for a living.
I am CEO of a company called Travana Post. We do film and television post-production accounting. I like to explain it as we're the liaisons between the people whose money it is and the people spending their money. And we kind of communicate with both of them, let everybody know they can chill out because we're keeping track of everything.
Cool. So tell me a little bit. Bring me on the journey of your fitness exploration.
Well, I would say that I've always, been athletic. Like I did cross country in high school and stuff like that. Then life started lifing, and a couple girlfriends convinced me to do an iron, like a part iron. It was called the Iron Girl, and we trained for it, and it was really fun. The problem was I have to work out very early in the morning, and I was doing these triathlons, and I was getting smoked on the run, and I was I'd come out of the water early and
And it was
like come
killing
off
you.
the bike, and then people would be passing me on the run. And I was running alone in the morning, and it felt dangerous. It was scary being in the dark. So when I found a group to run with, that's when everything really escalated for me. Something about being accountable to people in the morning. And then it's just so much fun, those friendships that you form when you are keeping each other accountable, when you get so excited for each other's goals, you just riz each other up. And then that's when I really started getting, I'm not saying serious, but when my enthusiasm for
You're pretty
triathlon
serious.
leveled up.
I mean, you never got into Peloton because you're like punk rock. I feel
Well,
like you're anti because I'm so into it.
well, it's a little bit of a cult, and I was worried that two of my best friends were succumbing to a cult. But you guys you impressed me.
Right. I mean,
And
I completely get the camaraderie and the friendship that comes through sweating. Like you make these new friends in life. It's like different than, our kids are the same age. It's different than having like mommy friends. And it's actually cooler, I think.
very much so, because mommy friends, we're all typically around the same age. Sweat friends, a group of friends who you
Right.
meet with to run, all different ages. I have my triathlon Shiro is 67, and
Wow.
she's goals.
Right.
I mean, she's just constantly trying to qualify for Boston, and every year she gets older, she gets closer and closer
Oh
to
my
qualifying for
God.
Boston. She's incredible. She did the Ironman before I did, and she really inspired me. And then I have friends who are mid-20s, 30s who.
Right.
Those are just really fun runs.
Yeah.
We're just all out there in the morning, rage running, getting
Right.
it all off our chest, and then we can go into our real life with much clearer heads and have much more patience for our other friends and family members and colleagues.
Okay. So now tell me a little bit about you're now a new dog mom.
Oh my gosh, do we really get to talk about baby?
Of course.
Okay, so last year it was Mother's Day. My husband and son and I walked out of a movie called Ezra. We were feeling really soft, and this man was in front of Pliables with three tiny little puppies on leashes. And as you know, but I'll explain to your audience, I never liked animals before.
No.
I don't feel like I got enough attention as a child, and I didn't understand.
You were so indifferent to Teddy that okay.
It's true.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it. I didn't understand all the love pets were getting when I felt like that love should be coming to me.
Okay.
But then I saw these three puppies. I fell to my knees in front of one of them, and I didn't know what was happening to me.
I don't know what has happened to you.
I felt a profound change in my heart, but I thought I was having a nervous breakdown. So we all just like walked away. But Francis, my son, got the cell phone number of the man who had them, and I couldn't get her out of my mind. And a couple of days later, I said, Francis, text him and see if he still has them. And he just had one. He just had her.
Right.
He just had my baby. And then we got her 2 days later, and my life has just never been the same. We got her in May. She just had her 1-year birthday yesterday. I mean, she leveled up our whole life.
Right. I
raced home to be with her.
I get it.
It's the relationship I've always been looking for, just a pure love exchange. That's it. No boundaries. I come out of the shower, she's licking the water off my legs. I come home, it's like she's been holding her breath, waiting for me to come home all day.
Totally.
It's what I've been searching for. I finally found her.
Yeah, totally. I get it, because my little Teddy is my little shadow.
And now I totally understand.
Yeah.
And now I'm also in this whole other world where we can just talk about these beautiful creatures who we love. And I'm sad I spent so much of my life closed off to that.
And I promise I'll stop sending you Frenchie
It's all I watch all
things.
day. And that's
Yeah.
the best thing let me tell you the best thing that happened after getting a dog, as women our age will relate to. Before baby, all of my algorithm showed me you're fat, diet more, take this pill for perimenopause,
Yeah.
and now all it shows me is Frenchie reels.
I gotta stop. I have to stop. Yeah. I have to start watching some
And they're such
doggy
little
reels. Yeah.
characters, and people really get it. I mean, they are
Yeah. They
crazy,
have their own personalities.
very much so.
Okay. So tell me, um, do you have a goal or?
Goals.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
But
something.
it doesn't even have to be professional. It can be anything.
This year, I committed to. So I started out as at Travana 22 years ago, assistant to the owner. She trained me how to do the whole job. I found myself very interested in scaling the company, got more into supervising. About 10 years ago, I kind of took over operations, and a few years ago, I became CEO. So, what I have not done in many, many years is be an assistant here. Now, when you're an assistant accountant, that's very different than what we associate with being an assistant in Hollywood, right? No one's
Right.
getting anyone coffee, no one's schlepping anybody's dry cleaning.
Right.
This is the real force of nature at Travana, is being an accounting assistant. They are entering all the accounts payable, entering all the POs, reconciling the bank accounts, tracking all the emails. That job has changed so much since I did it, that as the person who hires here and is recruiting and sustaining talent, I found myself really disconnected from who am I even looking for? I don't know what this job is anymore. When I was doing it, we were faxing and stapling original check copies to paper invoices and putting them in manila folders and filing. And now everything is digital.
Right.
Like everything. All the workflows are different. Everything's been automated. So I said that to people, I'm going to do this. And everybody at my company was like, that sounds great. I don't think anyone believed me. So to force myself to do it, I told an assistant here that when he went on vacation, I would cover for him. So I deeply trained to be an assistant, and now I'm assisting 2 people while he's gone. And I have learned so much. I'm so glad that I did it. It has totally changed my strategy for the company going forward. I have learned things that I really have to do differently because of that.
That's amazing.
It's really changing.
Yeah.
I mean, it changes so fast.
Yeah.
That if you just kind of stay, I mean, I could just, make deals all day long, but how can I really genuinely create a healthy strategy for this company if I don't deeply understand what everybody is doing?
Okay, Yana.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for sitting down with me.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
I mean, you're awesome.
Thanks, so are you.